I'm Jamie.
I'm Mint.
And welcome back to our podcast, where we talk about a random topic.
Every Thursday at 2:30 p.m.
Now let's get into the podcast.
What should we talk about? Let's talk about tape.
Tape?
Let's talk about tape.
Let's talk about tape.
Tapety tape tape. Tape tape. Okay. By the way, if there's an echo, sorry about that. We're currently taping up a room to paint it.
Yeah.
Which is also where we got the topic.
Yeah, we're redoing the room.
Yeah, redoing it. Like, I guess we are redoing it completely.
Yeah, we're not rebuilding it. We're just
We're not remodeling. We're redoing.
we're just repainting and
Furnishing.
differently.
Yeah. And that's also, so if there's an echo, that's why. And also if one of us sounds further away or something, that's also why, because we might be across the room like we are currently.
Yes, I am on the other side of the world.
And I'm really close to the phone. I mean camera.
Can
Totally.
you pass me the scissors?
Yes.
Let's talk about tape. What's your favorite kind of tape?
You know, Scotch tape. No, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say, what's it called? The colorful tape? What's the colorful tape called?
I don't know.
Like the fan.
Ah!
She just punched the wall.
Oh, me too.
Nice job.
Ah!
What are you doing?
The tape keeps breaking.
I think that's your problem.
I'm not breaking the tape, am I? No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
you are.
Well, it's breaking on me.
Well, I think you're just breaking it. Straight
I'm
up.
deciding to be a booty, and it's just like, haha, I'm not gonna work for you. I'm gonna make it 10 times difficult.
I don't think that's what's actually happening.
Question: are you taping it in one piece, or are you taping it in multiple pieces?
One piece, but I have smaller sections. So just try and get
I mean,
as
for the
much-
big section. Like, what are
For
you?
the big section, do whatever you think is best.
Okay, I'm not gonna do small pieces, but I'm gonna do just a lot of
Decent sized pieces.
Yeah,
Which honestly I think is the wise decision.
yeah, definitely. How do painters do this for a living?
I don't know. But
I
this
kind
is
of
a
want to be a
pod-
painter.
This is a podcast, so we should probably talk about something podcast-y. So
Podcasty is definitely a word.
it is now.
Okay, podcasty, I like it.
Yeah, good. See, everyone likes that word. It's kind of like funner, where it's not actually a word, but everyone says it still.
Yeah, I guess.
Exactly. That was very satisfying to press down. Okay.
I went on one piece.
I keep doing it an inch too short, like every single time, and it's so annoying.
Hee
Why does this have a hole in it? You're not supposed to have a hole. Ooh, that was difficult. There's a hair in it. No, I don't want to paint over a hair. Stop it. Ah!
What are you gonna do?
I'm trying to get the hair out of the tape, but it's not coming. Oh, I got it. Okay, anyways, tape. Let's make a story out of tape, okay? One of our weird
Tape
stories.
one day wanted to go on a tree.
Oh, let's do an alternating story. Okay? You start.
Wait, I need a tissue.
Okay. Well, I'll entertain while she's gone. Hello, welcome to the podcast. For those of you asking, all of our fans asking, this is pre-recorded. Totally everyone asked that, We have a massive
I
fan
wanted to
base.
say that they should
Subscribe.
Oh yeah, send it.
Subscribe and turn on notifications. It's completely free. And if
If
you change
you'd
your
like
mind,
to.
yeah, if you change your mind, you can always unsubscribe. That's still free, and it'll help us out a ton. Cool
Tons.
things. Anyways, start the story, okay?
Tape once upon a time wanted to go on a tree.
It was exploring the forest, looking for a nice tree to climb.
When it found the tree, they found tons of bugs on the tree.
The tape was very scared of all the bugs on the tree.
But the tape decided to conquer its fear. But when climbing, it got a spider on it.
When it got a spider on it, it fell out of the tree and bended itself in half and nearly got stuck to itself.
And what happened?
It bent over and nearly got stuck to itself, you know?
And while trying to wiggle itself, it threw up.
And when it threw up, a fairy came along to try and help it.
But then the fairy tried to kill the tape. Oh gosh.
The tape tried to run away, but it was still all tangled up.
And so, when trying to get up, the tape fell over, and the fairy got close.
The fairy kept getting closer and closer until a mysterious object appeared in the distance.
That mysterious object was a pretzel.
The pretzel started running over to what seems like help the tape.
But then the pretzel got all twisted and
Pretzels are
turned.
already twisted.
Huh?
Pretzels are already twisted.
I meant twisted like his mind.
Oh, okay.
He got all
Okay.
twisted
Continue.
and mean and decided to harm the tape.
The tape was not feeling very good considering a fairy and a pretzel were coming after him.
But then another tape came along.
And saw that the original tape was struggling.
Then the new tape named CT
Why is he
decided to colorful tape. Decided to help this tape.
Who we forgot to mention is called PT because plain tape.
Plain tape?
Plain tape. There's colorful tape and plain tape.
What about blue tape?
Well, that's colorful tape, isn't it? It's one of its family
I
members.
think colorful tape like the tape you like. With like all the shapes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is plain tape.
Anyway.
Tape we're using.
Okay.
Anyways, where were we? Oh yeah,
Plain
colorful tape just came over, and then we announced plain tape's name. Plain tape was calling out for help, and was very thankful when he saw another tape come over to save him.
And he he helped him up, but while helping him up, they got tangled in each other. What? Oh my gosh.
By the way, you don't need to tape down that far, and make sure you get the light.
I did. That's the wall.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I trust you.
I-
Actually, you don't need 2 layers, just one.
Well, I don't have to go all the way down here.
No.
Did you see
What I did?
Oh,
Okay, anyways,
I'm being extra protective.
sorry, she was screwing up the wall.
I was screwing.
Up the wall. Messing up the wall.
I was.
Anyways, when they got all tangled, they tripped and fell when they tried to run away from the fairy and the pretzel.
And then, bum, bum, bum. The fairy and the pretzel decided. The fairy decided she was hungry and ate the pretzel.
The pretzel felt very offended because he thought he felt a romantic connection to the fairy.
And then then the fairy, now that her stomach was full, she was looking for the tapes but couldn't find them.
The tapes had gotten away and ran into a squirrel's house in a tree.
Then the tape asked the squirrels for help.
The squirrels looked at each other and didn't know what to do because some tapes had just intruded into their humble abode.
If you don't know, we found out what abode meant this morning.
Yeah. We knew the saying, but didn't know what it meant.
Then the squirrels allowed them to come into their abode and offered them some nice warm scones and hot chocolate.
Scones in a squirrel's house.
It's bread, it's fiber.
Hazelnut. You could have gone with hazelnuts?
It's
Or
hot
tree
chocolate.
nuts? Hot chocolate? Okay.
There's hazelnut and hot chocolate.
The
Well,
tape gladly accepted this, only to realize they were allergic.
And then it got all puffy and thick and they were still stuck together.
They were? Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were stuck together, but they were just kind of like walking.
Uh-huh.
Like their sides were attached to each other.
Okay.
And then,
Handcuffed to my friend for a 24-hour challenge.
yeah.
You said and then, so continue.
And then the end.
The end? Come on, man. We gotta keep it going.
Okay, I don't know where to go.
Okay, well.
Okay, you take from there.
Okay, they got all puffy. And then the squirrels were like, whoa, what's going on, guys? We only get puffy when we store nuts in our cheeks. Are you guys doing the same with our hot chocolate? We can always make more for you guys.
And then the tape were like, no, we're allergic. We need to go to a hospital.
And the squirrels were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So they got their best friend flying squirrel to fly them like an ambulance to the nearest tape hospital.
Tape hospital? You couldn't just say hospital?
Tape hospital. It's for tape only.
Tape hospital, okay.
Tape
Then when they got to the tape hospital, the tape doctor, Mr. Telepo, gave them a shot to make them calm down and stop having
Calm down.
and stop having an allergic reaction and puffing up. And so they started to puff down.
The tape were very thankful for this and decided to hug each other. And then they were like, whoa, I like you.
This is an awful story. It's great but awful.
I'm so sorry, everyone listening.
Yeah.
And they hugged each other and were like, whoa, I think I have a crush on you.
I have a crush on you.
Yeah. In the CT. So, after all, we've been holding hands this entire day, and I think I have a crush on you. I kind of don't want to stop. So, even when they left,
so not weird.
and even when it's young love, okay? Even when they left to the hospital, they continued to hold hands, even though they got detangled at the hospital. The tape hospital. Mint, would you like to continue?
And then they lived happily ever after.
You can't end it.
Why not?
Okay, fine, we'll end it. Okay.
Okay, wait, can you come here for a second?
Yeah. Oh! The end! They lived happily ever after, like she said. Yeah.
And had 49 kids.
Oh!
Okay, this right here,
Yeah?
it's the wall, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, you're right, it is the wall. Wow,
Because
look at
it
the
was-
crack job painting the baseboards.
Yeah, because look at the wall here, the white right there. But it's so hard to tell because you have to make sure you get the whole baseboard.
Yeah.
So it's the
I thought you were just doing so bad, and I was like, girl, what the heck? And then I realized that was just a baseboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got this.
Okay,
Okay,
we want to do a story again?
Do you want to do a story or one of our weird scenarios?
Our weird
Scenarios. Okay. Yeah, like the
fan fell.
Fan fell?
And it knocked out your cat.
Are we doing a story or a weird scenario?
Weird scenario.
Okay.
So the cat came in, we were playing with it, and the fan fell on the cat and knocked it out. And your mom was asleep until we started to panic.
The cat? Or the fan? Or the walls?
Us! We started to panic.
Oh, panic! I thought you said paint.
No. Panic.
We started to panic because my mom was asleep and the cat was knocked out on the floor and the fan was falling from the ceiling and somehow it didn't wake her up.
And then, and then there were wires coming from.
There were wires coming from the ceiling.
And then we saw eyeballs in the ceiling.
We saw eyeballs in the ceiling and we heard some like almost bat-like noises, but it wasn't a bat because that's not a good spot for a bat. Like how the heck would it get in there? And then it fell out of the ceiling and onto the floor, and it was a massive cockroach.
A massive
cockroach with googly eyes. Looking things.
And then we decided to beat it with the Swiffer and vacuum. And then
I accidentally hit her on the head, which knocked her out. Continue.
I can't say anything, I'm knocked out.
Well, you can still be part of the story. You can be the narrator.
And then Jamie got all panicked and peed herself.
I peed myself and I got so worried. And then my dad came home and walked in the room and saw the mess going on. And he goes, "What the heck happened here?" And then, dang it, I'm really not good at this. And then Mint woke up all of a sudden and was like, "Whoa, what are you doing here?"
To who? To you or
To my dad.
And then her dad just fell on the floor and passed out. And then her mom came out of her room and was a zombie. And her dad woke up and was a zombie. They were all green and nasty and trying to eat us.
And then even the cat became a zombie too. And we just got terrified.
So we, being smart as we are, lock ourselves in Jamie's room. Wait, can I say your name?
Yeah, you can say my name.
Okay. And we locked ourselves in her room
and then they started to pound on the door, like, that's a knock, but
that's not a pound.
Yeah, what's a pound? Like, how do you pound? Okay, yeah, that's more of a pound. So they started to pound on the door, and we were just scared out of our minds, so we both peed ourselves.
And then we put on some shorts because we're smart, and shorts is the smart decision. And
to hide the pee stains on our jeans.
No, I mean like take off our pants, put on shorts. And then we go out her window.
And when we run around to the neighbor's house, we just walk on in, because they didn't have their porch locked, their back patio. So we just waltz on in. And turns out they're all zombies too.
Oh gosh. And then they tried to eat us, and then I'll put you in this too. And we fought them off, grabbed their food, put it in a bag, and booked it. Started running.
We started running all the way to McDonald's because we were kind of hungry,
Yeah, I want some ice cream. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we want some ice cream.
This running makes me.
Yeah, it made us really hungry. So instead of eating the food that we stole from the neighbor's house, we went to McDonald's. Where the zombies were also employed. They were still doing their job.
Yeah.
More zombies. It's the zombie apocalypse. They're still doing their job though. They served us. It was great. And we ate the ice cream, and we started to not feel too great.
And then we realized the zombies were making it.
And
zombies.
And they thought that we were zombies, so they gave us their stuff, even though it was technically poison to us because we weren't zombies yet, bro.
And it was made out of nutritious zombie powder. They put powders in their ice creams that have nutrition for only zombies.
So that they can get stronger and eat more people. But we just didn't get sleep the night before, so we already looked like zombies.
So we go to McDonald's bathroom and put some makeup on that we stole from the neighbors to make ourselves look more like the zombies. Threw up because we were sick.
From the zombie powder.
From the zombie powder, and then carjacked a car and drugged away.
And what?
Drugged away.
Oh, I thought you said drugged away. I was like, what?
What?
Exactly. And when we started driving, we realized that the Tesla we had stolen hadn't been charged, and that's why it was just left on the side of the road.
I thought we found it in the parking lot.
Left in the parking lot.
Okay. And then...
Come on, man, it's improv. You gotta go with what I say.
Yeah, sorry. And then...
We're not theater kids, by the way. I swear, we took theater. I took theater 2 years. She took it 2 years as well, but that was just because we were forced to.
Yeah, we thought it'd be easy, and...
Well, I mean, the first year, we both picked art, and then we got theater. And then the second year, I think you got art, didn't you?
I got art.
You got theater all 3 years, did you?
No, I got art my first year, and then theater my last 2 years.
Yeah. See, what it was I was like, hey, theater's super easy. You should just get it, because I think you were complaining about how difficult art was. Probably.
No, I had art 6th grade and
Yeah,
stayed with it. And then I liked art.
Oh,
But
next year.
I couldn't do it again.
Oh yeah. And so I was like, hey, just take theater with me, because I was like, hey, it's an easy A. And then I was gonna take it, and so I was like, I'm stuck with theater already, and since it's all mixed, it's the same assignment. So I was like, this is gonna be easy, And then if she comes, I already have my theater stuff from last year, so I could just give the answers to her, because assignments didn't change.
But then they ended up changing because I got a different teacher.
Well, no. And then 7th grade, we were both in it, but different class periods, Yeah, and then 8th grade came, and I wanted theater the 3rd year because 2nd year of theater and 3rd year of theater were literally identical. Like, it was known that happened. And then I got art, and I switched out onto online photography, and then she was stuck with theater.
Yeah, because I don't think I chose theater my 3rd year, did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay, yeah, I didn't, and I...
Oh, wait, you did! We both chose theater because we were like, hey, it's going to be the same class, and then we can both get it.
Oh, yeah, because we didn't think there'd be many people in theater.
Yeah, because nobody liked theater.
I don't think 7th grade I chose theater, though.
Yeah. Well, I think you did. I think I wanted you to. I, convinced you. I'm good at that.
You are good at that.
Yeah. And then the teacher changed, so the assignments weren't even the same. So I couldn't give her any answers.
A hard class.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our theater history. So we're not theater kids. We're accidental theater kids.
Yes.
Okay, back to the story.
Yeah, sorry.
Or should we make a new one?
Let's keep this one going. I like it.
Okay.
Carjacked a car, ran out of battery on the side of the road, and then we went into the woods to hide because there were tons of zombies everywhere, and we were like, nope, we're not doing this today.
But the issue is, we're afraid of bugs, like bees and stuff, and there was just swarms and swarms of bees and wasps and mud daubers in the forest.
She's scared of bees. I'm scared of her.
Oh, come on. We have an entire vlog of both of us running away.
That wasn't a bee. I thought that was a
Fine, there's wasps in the jungle. Forest.
You mean forest? Yeah.
There's wasps in the forest, so we got real scared, and Peter sells even more. We drank a lot of fluids earlier.
Apparently. That much to soak our pants.
Well, it's okay, we're in shorts now.
Well, now we got all over our legs. And then we were like, you know what? we're not living out here because this ain't happening.
This ain't the life we going for. We need to go glamping, not camping.
So we found a train track and a train coming, so we decided to hop on it.
I thought you were gonna say light in the middle of the track.
What? No.
So we
dark person.
hopped on the train for free, you know, and of course it was zombie driven and everything.
Well, it was a cargo train.
Oh, it was a cargo train? Okay.
And we just decided to hop on.
So we decided to hop on, and it took us to Minnesota. It took us to Minnesota, where we thought the pandemic wouldn't be going on for some reason.
But is the pandemic going on or no?
What?
Is the pandemic
Well, it's
going
up to
on?
you.
Oh, well,
It's your line, isn't it?
the pandemic was going on, and so
Here,
it was
I got you.
ending.
Hang on. So, since we had eaten the powder ice cream, we brought the pandemic to Minnesota.
Oh God.
But since we did our makeup, we thought we weren't zombies, right? So when we looked in the mirror and stuff, like when we looked at our reflections in the cargo train, we thought we weren't zombies because, you know, we had done our makeup just so good. We're just really talented at makeup, you know, obviously. And
Yeah, you believe that.
and so it's a story. Let us live what we can't live.
Exactly.
Stop failing with the tape. We're not on that story anymore.
The tape ain't working. Oh, you meant 'cause
What?
Did you mean 'cause I made that noise?
Yeah.
You said yeah.
Okay, anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, we thought we weren't zombies because there was like no effects or anything, so we just thought we were still normal humans. As normal as you can be being us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at the story we're making. I like how we keep breaking the fourth wall. Anyways, then, since we brought the thing to Minnesota without even realizing, we just like, everyone thought that we had makeup on as well because, you know, they hadn't heard about it. It hadn't spread on the news yet. And so...
Wait. What? Don't make us zombies, but just make us, like, say, like, we have, like, the zombies, so we spread it, but we're not zombies. Don't make us zombies.
We're already zombies.
We are.
Yeah.
I thought we just had zombie makeup.
No, I said the makeup looks so good that we thought we were still normal humans,
Oh, okay.
you know, and then, so and everyone thought it was just, you know, normal makeup, so, like, just for a Halloween party or whatever, because it's Christmas time, and, and so,
Yeah, let's do zombies for Christmas.
and so, we, of course, you know, just kept walking around like usual. We got, some Wendy's this time, you know,
Delicious.
and some Dairy Queen, of course, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Ice cream served upside down.
Exactly.
And so,
I took so long.
you're so bad at this. And so, I'm just gonna check how good you did this. Yeah, okay, you're doing good. You're good.
I have to just get this corner.
You got this.
It's difficult. Do you think that's
I've
good?
done so many corners.
Do you want to do this one?
No.
Oh, thanks.
I'm still doing my own corner. Anyways, so everyone thought we were normal.
Do I have to
you
do
know.
the door?
I'll do it if you don't want to.
Can you do it?
Yeah. I don't think you're tall enough anyways.
Yeah, I'm not.
And, anyways, so we're just being construction people real quick, you know? Sorry for the interruption. Back to the story. That totally happened in real life, I mean. It's not a story at all. So, we started getting stuff, and in getting all this stuff, we spread the powder that was on our hands from the ice cream to other people, which made them get infested. But then, when we ate the Dairy Queen, turns out whatever they use reverts you back to a normal human. So, when we ate the Dairy Queen, we weren't zombies anymore. And when people started becoming zombies, we were like, whoa, what's happening here? I thought there wasn't anything in Minnesota. Maybe there was. But we still didn't know that we had brought the virus over.
So, we decided to go to a motel to get away from everybody because everyone was trying to eat us, and we were not up for that. We were like, nope.
And so when we checked into the motel, everyone was fine. So we were like, how the heck did it get over here? Was there somebody else on the train, Because, not everyone was like this until we had gotten food. And so when we went to the motel, everyone was fine, We started hanging out with the guests. But little did we know we still had that zombie powder on our hands. But since we had that Dairy Queen, it just wasn't affecting us. So when we, shook hands with people and started hanging out with them and everything at the motel, because it's a really fancy motel, with the pool at the pool and everything, totally not
inside pool and
inside pool. It's totally a motel and not a fancy hotel at all. Definitely a motel. So we started, doing all that, and then they started becoming zombies, and we were like, whoa, what's going on here? How's it spreading? We're not zombies, are we? So we go and we wipe off the makeup, and we see, yeah, we're not zombies, and we're just so confused at how it's happening.
That we turn on the news and find out that somehow somebody had to spread it, and we were like, oh, it was us stupidos. And so we were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we did this, and decided to wash our hands. By the way, pandemic going on, please wash your hands.
Yeah, make sure you wash your hands, otherwise this will happen and we'll spread the zombie virus everywhere.
Exactly.
Somehow this has become a life lesson about the no-no virus that I can't say because of demonetization. Even though I'm not monetized anyways, because I don't have enough views and subs, but
So if you're watching,
subscribe.
Subscribe.
It'll help us out a lot. We can make a penny off of it if you sub.
And then decided to wash our hands and go out and see if we could help make zombies not zombies.
But then turns out the police were searching for the people who had spread the virus,
AKA us.
AKA us. So we got super worried when we found this out. They didn't know it was us, but we got super worried. So we were trying to run away from the police, but also help other people.
But then we were like, oh, got awesome idea. So we took one of those leaf blowers and put Dairy Queen ice cream in there and started shooting it at everybody in their mouth. So,
however, in order to get that Dairy Queen ice cream, in order to get that ice cream, we needed money, but we didn't have any. So we just broke in and stole some ice cream. So whether the cops were on our tail for spreading the virus
and we got the leaf blowers in a park just sitting there while we were walking.
Yeah, we stole those too.
Yeah.
So the police were on our tail for everything. But we always thought it was just the pandemic, not the, the zombie virus, not stealing anything. We didn't think about stealing, it just kind of happened.
We were just trying to help.
Yeah, and then they arrested us, and we were just like, whoa, we're trying to help the virus. I mean, I know we brought it over, but we're trying to help. And they're like, whoa, you guys brought the virus over? And we're like, oh, you didn't know that? They're like, no, we just saw you rob a Dairy Queen and some leaf blowers.
And then when we told them that Dairy Queen cures the zombie virus, they were like, oh, you're trying to help. And
no, they were like, oh, you're lying now. And so they arrested us. I'm making the story real hard for us.
For real. And then we decided to fight them and beat them and took the weapon belt off and threw it so they couldn't get it. And we started running.
We started running for the hills. We were trying to get to Montana, all the way from Mississippi now. I mean, Missouri. Where were we?
Missouri?
Minnesota? It's Minnesota. We were in Minnesota. We were fleeing to the island of Minnesota now.
And to get there, you need to make an explosion in the ocean with Mentos. Mentos.
So we needed a lot of Coke and Mentos. You know, the Coca-Cola kind of Coke. And so we robbed some more stores, you know, not even thinking. We were just trying to get to Minnesota.
Because it's a very beautiful island owned by a rich woman who doesn't live there. Who just has it because she's a booty.
Because she lives in Djibouti?
Yeah, let's go with that. I was just saying because she's a booty. She just wants to steal the island.
Nah, bro,
herself.
she lives in Djibouti, so obviously she's not on her private island in Minnesota.
I like that better. She lives in what was it?
Djibouti?
Djibouti.
DJOBTI, I think it is. Djibouti, something like that. Ask your phone.
I don't think that's a real word.
It is. It's a real place. Where's your phone?
Wait, it's a real place?
It's a real place. Djibouti's a real place.
It's in...
Where's your phone? Go get your phone. Djibouti is a real place. I swear on everything.
I don't believe so.
Ask Siri.
Hey Siri, is Djibouti a real place?
Okay, I found this on the web. Is Djibouti a real place? Check it out.
Is it Djibouti?
Yeah. Is Djibouti a real place? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Where is Djibouti located? Oh. What continent is Djibouti in? See, Africa. It's a real place.
Whoa.
I told you. It's not speaking. I'm trying to prove the audience, but guys, look it up. Djibouti is a real place in Africa.
It's spelled with a D though.
Yeah, DJ. How do you spell it?
DJITA.
I thought there was an O. Djibouti. Ask Siri again.
Hey Siri, how do you spell Djibouti?
Djibouti.
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 Bouti.
There's a U in it?
Oh. DJIT.
Anyways, back to the island of Minnesota.
Minnesota. Look at what you made me do.
She
Look at
curled
what
up
you
the
made me
tape.
do.
That's the past story, jeez. Anyways, so when we had enough Coke and Mentos to make that explosion in the water, she's breaking tape. She's
I'm
not good at
breaking
this.
tape. I don't know how.
There's so much tape on your pants. Anyways,
Yeah, that's all what's breaking off.
there was a massive tsunami that occurred, and the news got right on this, and we're like, well, there's not even a volcano here. How did this happen? The tectonic plates didn't even shift. The scientists didn't predict this. How the heck did this happen? And so we had went through, since like the eruption, we had went through the magical portal, which took us to the land of Minnesota.
And when we got there, we put on our bathing suits and went for a swim because we were on an island and we were just happy chilling.
And then we saw people running, and we saw the other people on the island running, and we were like, whoa, what's going on? And they're like, did you hear there was a massive...
I thought there weren't people on this island.
There were a few.
Okay.
You know, the rich people.
Like
There
there
were
were like a few people.
I feel like there were at least 5 or something, you know?
Yeah, they lived in a house. They lived in a house together.
Yeah, a townhome.
Yeah, where it's like split up from multiple.
You know what? They each have their own hotel.
Yep.
They each have their own hotel.
Yeah.
Anytime you go
What'd
there,
you
you get a
say?
hotel named after you.
Did you hear what I said? I said boop.
Okay, so then when they, they start running, we're like, whoa, what's going on? They're like, wait, who are you guys? We don't recognize you. There's like, and we're like, whoa, there's new buildings coming up, because as soon as you get there, obviously you get your own hotel. And they're like, whoa, what's going on? They're like, we saw on the mainland that there was a huge tsunami. What happened? And we're all like, yo, what do you mean? We just came here with some Coke and Mentos. And they're like, you came the old-fashioned way? Now you're supposed to just teleport through Barbara's house. That's the rich lady who owns the place.
Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara. It's spelled Barbara, but it's pronounced Barbara. And so
Barbara, get it? Barbara. Wait, no, Bar.
Anyway,
Oh
So they're like, whoa, you guys use the old-fashioned way? We haven't used that in years because it makes a huge tsunami and ruins the entire United States of America.
We're just messing up.
We're messing up society.
We're just killing society over here. Goodness.
And we're like, whoa, we didn't know about that. How on earth are we meant to fix it? I'll let you do that part. Let you decide how
And
to fix it.
then they were like, to fix it, you have to kill the people who made it.
Oh,
And we were like, haha, no.
we were like, no, we want to live on this beautiful island of Minnesota. Or at least get back to our hometown in Florida.
So we
Killed them all!
blew
So that
them
they
all
could
up.
kill us with our extra coconut.
Yep. And then they were gone and we were chilling and the whole rest of the world was
Gone.
just dying
And
Yep.
so population started over. And whales ended up ruling the world instead. And when we decided to finally come back, it was millions of years later because you barely age. You know, you age like...
barely on.
You age
on
100,000 times slower when you live on the island of Minnesota. So we came back and it was millions of years later.
We were only
So-
like 2 years older.
Yeah, we were only 2 years older, and the whales had just taken over.
They
And
were walking.
There was barely any land because we had blown it up with the tsunami.
We're so nice.
And so the whales just took over and the human population was gone except for us. So we went back to the island of Minnesota, created more of a tsunami, and then the whales got bigger and bigger because they had more places to live. And we came back a while later too, and they were huge and we knew that we couldn't compete with them. And then we tried to get back to the island of Minnesota, and then a whale mauled us on the way, and we died, and the end, the whales took over the world.
Fun.
What on earth was that?
I don't know, but it wasn't a bad story. It was entertaining.
You know, I could see that as a children's book. Maybe not a children's book. I could see that as a book.
I can see that as somebody listening to this, like while they're doing chores or something. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I never.
Imagine their parents just hear it and their parents are like,
Yeah.
what the heck are you listening to?
I always thought podcasts were for old people, and then I was like, you know,
Yeah, you know,
but they're
me
kind of
too.
nice because if you don't want to listen to music, but you have to do something, so you can't like sit down and read. A podcast is a good thing to go to.
Yeah. Like, I thought they were stupid at first. I was like, why would you want to listen to other people talk without watching?
Exactly.
And, you know, like, just watch a YouTube video. But then, even though this is a YouTube video, it's a podcast because there's no video. So then I
Yeah.
was like, and then I found a podcast from a YouTuber, and I was like, whoa, that's cool, we should do that. And then we did it.
And here we are with the podcast. So
Yeah. So enjoy the podcast.
have fun.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another one of our podcasts.
Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like.
It.
No, if you like.
It.
If you like.
It.
You don't say it.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Make sure to give a thumbs up if you like the video. The video is it. So
It was
like
supposed to be
it.
like cute, like if you like, you know.
No, I don't know.
Okay, whatever. Y'all
You're
know.
crazy.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Do they?
Yes.
Do we? I don't think we do.
Comment down below if you know what I'm talking
So
about.
nobody. Great. Now you're stopping us from getting any comments.
What? Oh god. Just comment down. Say I know if you know.
Or say Mint's crazy if you don't know.
Whatever.
I think there's gonna be a lot more Mint's crazy comments.
I think there's gonna be a lot more. I know.
I don't think so. You know what? I think there's gonna be one comment.
Probably.
That's us. Imagine instead of commenting on our private accounts, we accidentally comment on the main account. Just like, wow, that's such a great video.
I'm pretty sure I did. In our last one.
Where did I put the tape? Oh, it's under the chair. Okay.
Don't put it under the chair.
Well, I
That's
didn't.
not a smart place. Ah. What?
I threw it at her. We're gonna do another story. Oh, you're gonna need that spot. I'm gonna move my phone. Okay. We're all moving, so the audio might be different.
Okay. So, story or scenario?
Story.
Okay.
Comment down below which one you want to hear next, and that's what we'll do.
Story or scenario, and give us a topic.
And if you don't comment, we're just gonna have to pick.
We're just gonna have to come up with something on our own. And y'all know how crazy that is.
Yeah.
Oh, chair nearly closed on me.
Well, don't do that.
Well, I didn't try. You know what? Let's talk about chairs. Okay.
Chairs are beautiful. They allow you to sit. There's some really cool chairs out there.
There is.
Like some really cool, like storing, folding chairs and like.
Yes, there
You
really
know-
is.
You know what I want?
What?
I want one of those body bean bags.
Yes.
Like for like a room like this, a room where you just have to hang out with friends and stuff. I want like a body bean bag.
Yes, that'd be so cool. I should get one. I want. But we have a bed in here. I was gonna say we should get one for this room, but I'm gonna need you to hand me the tape again.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I dropped it.
Because it said I'm dropping the tape.
Yeah, here. I'm just gonna put it on my wrist. Okay, we're talking about chairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of? You start.
Oh, and chairs, beanbag chairs we can lay in, and also chairs like that hang from the ceiling.
Imagine if there was a beanbag chair that hung from the ceiling.
I'm pretty sure there is.
Probably.
Like there's like yeah there is. There's chairs where it's like not a beanbag, it's lighter than a beanbag.
Yeah, but imagine if there was like a proper beanbag.
Well, it is. It's lighter than a beanbag, but it's.
Well, then it's
still-
not a beanbag. If it's lighter than a beanbag.
No, it's not. You know how some beanbags are really heavy?
Yeah.
This one's just made out of like lighter stuff, but it's the same thing. It's
So it's not lighter than a beanbag. It is just a light beanbag.
yeah, it's just a light beanbag.
Yeah, so I just said lighter than beanbag.
Well, because it's a light beanbag, so it's
Well, yeah,
lighter
but
than
a light
regular
beanbag and a lighter than a beanbag is different.
It's a light beanbag, and it's like it hangs from the ceiling.
I feel like that'd be cool
I
to
think
have.
they're usually for outdoors, but I think you can put. Inside.
Oh, one of those! So it's not like a proper beanbag.
It is a
It's still
proper
beanbag.
No, it's a proper beanbag.
Well, it's a different proper kind of beanbag. And why are we talking about beanbags being proper beanbags?
I don't know, but they're really cool.
They are. We should get one sometime.
You know what you could do?
What?
You could ask, instead of having a bed, to have like
Well, the bed's really nice. It goes up and down.
Actually, the bed is really nice.
Yeah,
it's
the
also
bed's
really
so nice.
comfortable.
It is, exactly. You should get one for outside on your new property.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, podcast,
Oh,
story,
yeah. What were we talking about?
chairs, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can always still get like a really cool chair that's easy to fold up in here. Doing chair.
I don't want that though.
Okay.
Yo, you were opening the tape, and I thought I was. And I was like, whoa, why is it making that sound? That's not my tape. Opening the tape.
I'm so confused on that. It's like, you don't open tape, but okay.
Anyways, story about stuff like the tape was.
Do you have a second chair for this room? Do you guys already have one?
What do you mean?
For your mom's old computer? Is she getting a new computer?
Yeah,
or
she
does
is.
just have an old one?
She's getting a new one.
Ooh, what kind is she getting?
I don't know. Probably similar to mine. Yeah.
So, what was I gonna ask? Wait, so is it the one that I've used before?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it'll be in here, the old one.
That thing's really old.
Uh-huh. It's a Windows 7.
Oh, that's really old.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, chair.
Oh wait, so do you have a chair for this room? The second one?
No, but we don't have the computer yet either, so.
Well, I mean you have it, it's just not in here.
Well, I'm saying about her computer. I'm turning on the fan. Sorry if you guys can hear it, but it's hot in here.
It is really hot. I don't know why, but anytime somebody does projects or if you didn't do that wall? I thought you did that wall.
I've been doing the doors.
You take forever to do doors.
Well, I have to go. This is like the length of a wall. One door is the length of a wall plus corners.
Okay.
Exactly, and you've done 2 walls and I've done 2 doors.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you these.
Yeah,
Oh, that
do
feels
you?
so much better in this room.
What?
Oh, the fan.
Oh, it
so
does?
much better.
I'm sorry if you guys can hear it. Also, they have no idea what we're talking about. We need to get on the topic of something that you can hear without seeing. So what are we gonna? Chairs. We need a story about chairs.
You need a story about you.
We need a story about chairs. You start.
There's once upon a time there
Once
was
upon a chair.
There's once upon a time a chair who was mad because he was like, I don't want to be kept getting sit on. I'm sick of it. These humans being put out their butt and back all on me. I hate it. And their knee on me. That hurts so bad. I don't want that. And he was like, I'm gonna run away from this home, but my legs are too stiff.
And so what he did was he tried to make his legs flexible, and in doing so, he accidentally broke one of his legs off. Or she, or non-binary. We're not judging genders here.
And
I just told myself with the scissors.
and then the chair was like, what is it? What happened?
And then the owner came out and saw the chair and was like, whoa, what happened here? Did like the storm knock it over or something? Little did they know that the chair actually had feelings. So they went and took the chair to a repair shop.
Where it got its leg repaired and got a paint job and was a whole new color
And got a new cushion and
was
everything.
feeling good.
But it kind of missed its old color. So it was like, hey, last time I got my paint changed when I broke my leg. So theoretically, if I break my leg again, my paint color will get changed again. And maybe we can keep going until I get my old color back.
But he never did. He kept the color he had.
Every time he broke his leg, they kept painting him the same color. And he got really sad about that. For this story, we're calling him a he, but it could not be that pronoun, but you know, it's okay. You know what? It's our story. It's a he.
Yeah.
Make it easy on ourselves.
Yeah, we keep saying he, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, I want my old color back. And then was like, you know what? If I can't get my color and I don't like being a chair, then I won't be a chair.
So he kept breaking his legs off until he was just a little lawn chair thing where it doesn't have any legs. And the owner got really annoyed at this and was like, screw it, I'm done with this chair. And there was a garage sale the next week. So the chair got put out for the garage sale. And the chair was really happy. He was like, oh yeah, I'm outside, this is awesome.
I love how we're like, oh, it's a he, it's our story, and then you start saying the chair.
And the chair was like, yeah, I get to be outside, the sun's awesome, and it's gonna make my color lighter, I'm gonna be pastel again, oh, this is gonna be great.
And then the sun made him all dried up, and his leather was all yucky, and he wasn't the color he wanted.
And nobody had picked him. All of his other chair friends who were also in the yard sale, because he was part of a whole gang, you know, a whole gang, and his friends got sold, but he just didn't because he kept breaking. So he felt this tag on him, keep getting changed, and later he found out from one of the potted plants that the owner was lowering his price. He was going down and in value, and the chair got really upset about that. He felt really offended.
So he broke one of his legs and threw it at the owner.
And the owner was like, whoa, what the heck happened? And the potted plant was all like, yo, you can't do that, bro. Like, you can't reveal that we're alive, like in Toy Story, you know, you can't reveal that. And the owner found out and was like, whoa, oh my gosh, my chair's alive. And they ended up trying to sell the chair on eBay for loads of money, saying it was alive.
A little did they know, all chairs were alive, and
When somebody bought it on eBay, and the chair was delivered, the chair refused to speak or anything. And the original owner was like, I swear, it threw its leg at me, I swear. And the guy was like, you're crazy, lady. And so the chair,
The owner's a guy.
the owner's a lady.
Oh.
Well, we didn't make it up, so it's improv. You gotta
I
go with
I thought we said it was a guy. So I was
it. We
like,
didn't say it was a guy, we said the chair's
I
a
didn't
guy.
know.
It's a lady.
Okay. I didn't want the story not to make sense, you know.
Uh-huh. I didn't know the chair was leather at first, but now it is.
You said because it was getting changed, I thought like it got new leather, like seating.
I thought it was like just a lawn chair, like got painted. Anyways, wow, we have really different perspectives, but it works out for us.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the guy was like, "You're crazy, lady," and so he called a mental hospital to tell them that this lady was trying to sell him a chair that didn't talk. Nap time. Continue the story, jeez, woman.
And then they took him. It was her, right?
The chair is a he, but
But
the
the
lady's a her.
owners are her. Okay.
He
And
was
then, and then the owner, the girl, went to a mental hospital and still believed that it was alive. And so they were like, "You're crazy, stop it." And she went to mental hospital for 4 years.
And when she got out of the mental hospital, she still believed that the chair had thrown a leg at her. And when she went back to her house, since the guy obviously didn't want the chair because it didn't talk, who wants a chair that doesn't talk? Like, psh, you might as well knock it over. Like this. I knocked over a chair, by the way. So,
No,
He
they
ra-
thought that was a metal pole.
I can knock over a metal pole too. You ready? Swiffer with the metal pole. So the lady went back and was like, "Chair, chair, chair! Please, they're calling me crazy. Please talk, chair. Please, please, please."
And then the chair screamed at her and said, "You mean lady, I don't want to be a chair. Stop it. Get away from me. Let me be a dog." And then she passed out and had a heart attack.
And since nobody was believing her that the chair was talking, she went online and tried to find people with other experiences. And she didn't find anything. However, she did find a witch that claimed she could talk to chairs. And so the lady went to this witch. The lady went to this witch to talk to her about her talking chair. And so the witch played really nice. However, she was actually trying to get the brain from the chair in order to make her cat talk.
And so when the owner, when she brought in the chair, the witch started doing weird stuff to the chair and putting spells on it and saying stuff in a different language, and then told the lady to step out so she could talk to the chair on her own. And when she stepped out, the witch
Locked the the house, and the lady was like, "Hey, are you let me in? Are you okay? What happened? Did the chair try and kill you?" And the witch was all like, "Oh yeah, it tried to kill me. I don't think you should have this chair. I think I might have messed up the spell. I'm so truly sorry. I'll give you 50% of your money back. Actually, 75. I'll give you 75% of your money back. I'm so sorry. Have a nice day." So the lady walks out all frustrated, like, "I can't believe I just lost my chair to that." And the witch was all like, "I just scammed her. Now I have this talking chair's brain, so I can put it in my cat."
And so she puts it in her cat, and the cat is talking now, and then the news finds out and takes the cat, puts the cat in a hospital or in a science lab, and they accidentally end up killing the cat, and the witch
Is devastated. She goes to sue the lady who sold her the chair, even though it had nothing to do with her. And the lady was all like, "Whoa, what happened? What do you mean? I thought the chair was rogue."
turns out, and then she finds out that the witch scammed her, and she's all like, whoa, I should be suing you. And since, of course, it was crazy, the court didn't know what to believe, because do they believe a lady who had a talking chair, or a lady who took a talking chair's brain and put it in her cat, and it got stolen for science? They didn't know who to believe. Mint left the room, so I have to keep talking. So they.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose.
Okay, so they.
Which one's
Here's
yours?
my yeah.
Can my scissors too?
Yeah.
Well, your scissors, but
My
my scissors.
Yeah. So they were all like,
What time is it? Hey Siri.
12:10.
Oh, okay.
Your Siri went off. Anyways, so in the court they had no idea what to decide. So instead of proving them
You have
both
to take this
innocent,
one out.
oh,
Want me to take it out? And that one. Want me to take it out?
sure, yeah. I don't know if you know where the things is.
Yeah.
And oh great, I've got to keep talking now. And so here, you know what? I don't know what to say anymore. So you get it, I'll get it.
Okay.
So basically, I'll tell you where we left off. They were at the court. Court didn't know what to say because, you know.
Samantha called me and somehow I answered.
What?
I called Look on my phone call.
Did you call her or did he?
Wait. She answered. 12:11. I wasn't on my phone.
Did Siri call her?
I think so.
I guess I heard the court case of Sam. Anyways, so the court, instead of saying they're both innocent, the court said they're both guilty. Are you calling her?
Yeah.
Okay. Put it on speaker.
No. She's not here.
It's fine. Put it on speaker.
I feel bad.
Put it on speaker.
Hello? Hey, did you answer the phone a second ago?
Yeah.
Did I call you?
Yes.
Sorry,
Siri called you.
Siri
Say
called
it.
you. I was trying to ask what time it is, and apparently it called you. My bad. Sorry. Bye. Have a good day. I feel so bad.
It's fine. It's Sam. Anyways,
She sounds so sad though.
she's probably tired.
Oh.
She doesn't sleep.
Aw.
She was probably annoyed that you interrupted her YouTube, let's be honest. But anyways, I'll tell you where we left off. Basically, the court said they're both guilty instead of saying they're both innocent. So, have fun with that information.
They were both guilty instead of both innocent, and then the witch was like, "What? She sold me the faulty chair. It's not my fault. I didn't do nothing." And then the owner of the chair was like, no, you told me the chair tried to kill you and told me to leave. I didn't even know the chair was alive." And then they both went to jail. The end. That's really cold in here.
What the heck? That's so weird. I guess that's just what we're known for. Weird stories. Oh, I dropped a screw.
Don't drop a screw.
Too late, I dropped a screw.
It's a screw. You can't drop a screw.
Well, screw you, I dropped the screw.
You screw.
Good job stopping there. Ah! I dropped the outlet. So that was some lovely stories.
Doo-doo.
Is that a bug?
Doo-doo.
No, that's tape.
Oop-dee-da.
She's really good at singing, if you guys can't tell.
I'm a horrible singer.
No, you're a great singer. What should we talk about now?
Let's
We've
talk
got
about,
like 20 minutes left of the podcast or so. 10, 20 minutes, I think.
let's talk about my tape ripped.
Her tape ripped, oh no.
Let's talk about games. games. What's your favorite game?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't know.
I like.
There's this fun game we have to play. Basically, you run around the house.
Oh, that sounds so fun. Did you find that on Disney? That's
No.
that game on Disney where you have to like run around in a cart and you're like a little dog.
No, there's like it's like a colorful game. I'm not very good at explaining. Basically, you hide some. One person hides stuff around the house. Okay.
Wait, is this a game on the computer?
No.
No, I was talking about games on the computer.
Oh, I was talking about Minecraft, obviously. Then.
Oh, okay.
Like, duh. That's the only thing I play. You know.
Oh.
I mean, unless you want to go in the movie Star Planet.
Do you play Movie Star Planet?
I did find out when we were younger.
Wait.
I never played on an account. I was always like I always either played on somebody else's account or just like as a guest, kind of.
But the only game you play is Minecraft?
Basically, yeah, right?
I like-
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I like Minecraft, but I also like I like Call of Duty, but I really like Halo. I like them for different
You've
reasons.
played those?
Yeah.
I'm so
Oh.
surprised your parents would let you.
What do you mean? I've played them for a long time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I like Halo because you have like,
Wait, aren't those online games?
No, you can play them on Xbox, not online.
Well, isn't it still online? You're with other people, aren't you?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
And so I like Halo. I like Halo because it's aliens, and so you're not going against like other people.
Yeah.
But then again, I like Halo because of like the awards you get. Like if you do certain things, you like if you get to a certain level, you can get like a dog, and if you get to certain levels, you get like
Oh my god, a dog.
certain kind of bomb. Well, it's like a guard. It's a dog that legit just like attacks you. Like you can't beat it. You
Attacks
could.
you or attacks other things?
Attacks other people,
Okay.
and they're
So basically
really
a
good.
Minecraft dog that you have to earn instead of giving bones.
Yeah. You earn by like how many kills and stuff. Points. But I want to play. I think it's Call of Duty Warzone, right? Yeah, Call of Duty
Is it Warzone or Warfare? I don't know.
Warzone,
Okay.
right?
I don't know. I don't play Xbox. I don't have an Xbox. Why would I
What was
play?
that? You can get it mobile and on like your.
Oh yeah, but I don't.
Yeah. Well, it looks really cool and really fun. I want to play it, but it's online.
I want to get an Xbox.
My Xbox won't work.
Didn't you like get a new one? Like, don't you have an
Yeah.
Xbox One? What happened to your Xbox 360?
We still have it.
Can I have it?
I don't know because I don't know what we're doing with it. Right now we
You
have
should
it.
give it to me.
Right now we have it in storage, and I don't know because it has all of our stuff on it.
You should give it to me.
But it has all our stuff.
You
On
should
it.
give it to me.
It has all our stuff on it.
Man, you should give it to me.
I don't know how to. I don't know if we can. I don't know what we're doing with it.
We'll see.
But I might have to end up using it because my Xbox One won't turn on.
Oh.
And I asked my dad to help me, and he hasn't yet. I asked him before Father's Day.
You know, my sink's broken, and that happened before Father's Day. It's still not fixed.
Well, mine was before Father's Day, and then I was to ask him, but then Father's Day came, so I didn't. And so I have to ask him again if he forgives me.
Yeah.
But I want to play, but like, I can't.
Yeah. Ooh.
There's these really cool headphones that I saw. I watch a lot of tech stuff, like tech videos, like the new tech of 2020 and like
Yeah.
those kind of things. And there's these headphones so you get them for either Xbox One or PS4, and then you just get the like pad that it charges on, and then you can just, if you place it on a PS4 or Xbox, it'll go to that one, it'll just connect to it. And when you set them down, so they have a headphone piece, and then when you put it down, it turns on, and when you put it up, it goes on mute, which I think is really cool. I don't know if all headphones do that, but I like it. And then when you set them down, they turn off, so it doesn't waste battery.
That's cool.
They easily connect to the TV, and they're apparently really good. And the leather attachment for like the earphone piece is really cool. I heard that it's really good. I don't know, but they look really cool. Like they're like $500, so like.
For a pair of headphones?
They're really good headphones. They last a long time. So when I
Are they wireless or?
Yeah, they're wireless. So when I start playing online games, whenever I do, I don't know when that will Yeah.
Don't get those. That's just a waste of money.
I'm gonna save up for them.
Don't. Wouldn't you rather spend $500 traveling somewhere than $500 on a pair of headphones?
I mean, when I'm like older, when I'm like 30.
You think you're still gonna be playing COD when you're 30?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't get to play them now, so I gotta make up for that time.
But when you're 30, won't you be wanting to travel the world?
I'll already have kids by then. I can't. You know, I thought about this and I thought about our plan of like traveling and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I don't have any time for having a family and kids.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was like, where's the time for that? Unless we just like, we'll just ditch our family for a year, go to Europe, and then come back.
No, I mean like getting married and stuff. Like I want to get married and have kids and stuff, but like
Me too.
in my plan, I didn't make time for that.
There's so many different things I want to do. Like I want to just, not get married, not have kids, travel the world with you. But then again, I want to get married and have kids, and I want to sit down and have a YouTube commentary career. But also, YouTube traveling would be cool. But also, there's so many other things I want to do. Let's just hope I get reincarnated as a chicken or something.
What I'm gonna do is, oh my gosh.
I have to go on the register.
What I want to do, or I think what I'm gonna do, is when I'm 18 and I get a YouTube channel, besides the podcast, an actual channel.
With face reveal.
Yeah.
I'll get a face reveal in like 3 years.
Subscribe so you can get the face reveal.
1 mil will face reveal.
In 3 years.
1 mil in 3 years, that's kind of ambitious. 100K will do a face reveal.
And
Low expectations.
in an hour. 1K in an hour, and we'll do a face reveal.
1K. Watch it.
JK.
That's never gonna happen, but
Yeah. But so what I'm gonna do.
He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky. I hope so. Anytime you feel low, just remember that. I don't think that's how it goes.
Very interesting.
Have you never heard that song?
I'm pretty sure I have. I don't remember it, but it sounds very, very
Yeah.
familiar.
It's a little
Is there
ant with a
paper
rubber
in
tree
here?
plant. What? What?
Can I put this out? There's
What is
paper.
that?
Paper.
That's probably insulation.
Oh.
We'll put it back.
Can't you get poison from that?
I think the puffy stuff, but I think.
Oh, that's right. The pink.
I mean, you've touched it by now, so just put it back.
Installation scares me.
Installation.
Installation.
Insulation. Not installation. Insulation. There's no T.
Let me say it to you. Installation scares me because it gives you rashes. And stuff.
Let's do a nightmare story about insulation.
The roof fell in, and I don't want to put it back. I don't want to touch it. Can you touch it? Can you touch it?
Oh my god.
Why did I scream?
Oh my
Don't
god.
touch the puppies! Don't touch it!
I'm not. Jeez. I don't have good eyesight. I'm sorry.
Oh great! You're gonna touch the puppy.
Where did you even get it from? Just like.
It was in the side. It was coming out. In all fairness.
Bam. There we go. We'll leave that to my dad. But anyways, let's have an insulation nightmare story.
The roof fell in.
The roof caved in on a dark, stormy night.
And it was raining and everyone was asleep and it was the middle of the night. And the roof fell in and installation went everywhere.
The child who was in the room was about 7 years
I
old.
thought we were in the room. Okay.
No, we're doing a full-on nightmare story. The 7-year-old child in the room. We're not giving her name either, okay?
Okay.
The 7-year-old child in the room started screaming and panicking because
I didn't hear you. You guys speak up.
No, I echo enough. Let's be honest.
Okay.
And the insulation started forming into one giant insulation monster.
And while she was all had rashes all over her because of insulation,
It was
the
burning
monster it was burning her, and the monster was trying to attack her, and she was hiding in her closet.
hoping and praying that it didn't find its way in.
So while that was happening, she opened the vent and started crawling, hoping she could find a way out.
Then the insulation started to cave in on the sides of the vent. Started to attack her.
She started to get really scared and sweat.
She started hyperventilating.
She started hyperventilating, and then
She
her
passed out.
sweat was making the insulation all wet, and
It foamed up even more. And she passed out because she was terrified. And she laid there through the morning. Then she woke up and had burns and rashes all over her from the insulation. And she kept crawling and crawling, pushing her way through the insulation as it had now consumed her. And when she finally got to the end of the vent, she opened it to see
her living room, and she fell in her living room
head first. Got a concussion.
head first, and
However, she landed on the couch.
she started crawling, just trying to get away.
It was as if there was a fire in the room. Her skin burned so much.
She was heating up and hyperventilating and couldn't focus, but she kept crawling for the front door.
She tried to get to her parents to save them as well because she knew that they were sound sleepers. When she went into her parents' room, they weren't there.
And so she crawled to the front door, with shaky legs, was able to get up, unlock it, and started running as fast as she could.
She kept tripping and stumbling and nearly twisted her ankle several times before she finally got to the neighbor's house.
And when she got there, she knocked and pounded and screamed at the door, hoping somebody would answer.
And nobody answered. It was as if it was a ghost town.
And so she broke their car window and got in and was hoping that the monster wouldn't find her.
And then she heard the door burst open, the garage burst open. The walls started leaking with the monster. It was growing and growing and growing. It was just consuming all the insulation from the house. It just kept growing into a giant monster coming after her.
And there was a lemon in the car that she used to start the car. I don't know, I'm just making something up. And started driving away the best she could, even though
She was 7 years old.
she was 7.
She kept hitting all the trash cans, running in the curbs, in the grass, and hitting all the curbs, nearly
And the
hitting the house.
mailboxes. The mail was everywhere, and she just kept going, hoping she'd get away from this huge beast.
And then the other house, as she was driving away, the houses behind her started to burst open with more insulation monsters. They kept growing and growing and growing. They started combining with each other.
And then she got on a highway and saw an ocean and drove into it and found that everybody from the town had made an underwater city using masks to breathe.
And when she went down, nobody accepted her. Nobody realized who she was. They all thought that she was an insulation monster who had killed a girl and stolen her skin and went inside of it. So they didn't let her in. And she was screaming, panicking, begging to be let in. And they just said, no, we can't let you in, I'm sorry. And then her parents came and saw, oh my God, there's a bee. Okay, we're good. It's outside. And then her parents, look at it, it's so scary. It's trying to get in.
I don't think that's a bee.
That's
not
What is it then?
My daughter?
Oh my God. Watch it just break in and I'm just looking at it. Oh, wow, that's cool, kind of. It's my daughter, but still. She's trying to break in, like the insulation monster.
Oh my gosh.
And her parents saw her through the glass walls of the underwater city, Atlantis. And they were like, oh my gosh, that's our daughter, let her in, please, please, please let her in. And the Guardians were just like, no, we can't. She's probably an insulation monster. I'm sorry, your daughter's gone.
Aw.
Keep it going.
And then she had to go behind the city and live in the dumpsters. And
She was afraid she
Grew
would
up
drown, but somehow she ended up with some sort of power that allowed her to breathe underwater.
or she went in the back where there's a door and stole a mask from the town, from the city.
Okay, that works too. Breaking the rule of improv, but okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can't say that's not realistic, okay? The
What?
entire story's not been realistic.
Well, yeah. I'm joking. Yeah.
Cancellation monster's gonna come get you. Be careful. Look for the Mom, can you check my closet for the insulation monster?
Oh gosh.
Continue it.
Yeah. Oh, right, we're still going.
Yeah.
And then she stole the mask and had to live in the dumps.
And then one day, she started growing up there, living there, you know, making a life there. Every time they threw out food from the McDonald's or the Wendy's or the Dairy Queen, wow, we really like those three places, or
Yeah.
anything.
Or
she would just,
Chick-fil-A.
yeah, or anything. She'd just grab it from the dumpster and start eating it, no matter how old or moldy it was. She needed the food to survive on. She'd grown up, she was 19 years old now, and then she started having flashbacks to the horrible times of when the insulation monster chased her out of her home and ruined her life forever. And then she started seeing flashbacks, and she was like, oh my gosh, are these flashbacks, or is this real? Am I having a nightmare? Is this a dream? Or is this real life? She saw the insulation monster, an outline of it. She saw the outline of the insulation monster on the shore of the beach where the underwater city was located.
And she saw the insulation monster at the beach. What?
She saw the outline of the insulation monster standing on the shore while she's underwater.
And she screamed and went back to her little cardboard box bed.
That was underwater, but somehow wasn't soggy.
I never said it was a good cardboard bed. I just said it was a cardboard bed.
She tried to hide from the insulation monster as it had caused her so much pain in her lifetime.
But she couldn't, so she just accepted the fact that there was an insulation monster and she was a loner for the rest of her life.
The insulation monster came into the water and went after her, started chasing her, swimming after her.
No.
However,
It can't go in water. That's why.
However, since it was in the water, it was starting to disintegrate into the water.
Okay, there you go.
And the little girl, now older girl, had seen that and was like, oh my gosh, all this time it hasn't been able to get to me. It's been following me and stalking me, but it hasn't been able to get to me. Water is its weakness. And so she kept swimming and swimming and swimming. And she was like, hey, I can take this. And so she went over it and punched it and started punching it, and it came apart faster and faster and faster till it was nothing but tiny pieces of insulation floating around in the water. Now she collected this all and put it in an underwater chest at the bottom of the ocean, left there for the rest of eternity. And she went back up, told everyone from Atlantis, hey, the insulation monster's gone, we can go back to our town. When they went back up, the world
Was a mess and empty and all the food was rotten and old, so they had to rebuild it.
since nobody was there for years and years and years, the town was all mossy, it was overgrown, and some buildings had fallen apart from not being kept. And are you waxing yourself with tape?
No, I was getting a piece of hair that was stuck on the tape.
Okay. And so they went back and they tried and they fixed the town and everything. She can't sit up. She laid down and she's stuck now. And they fixed up the town and everything. And then years and years and years went. The little girl grew up, had a family and everything. And time kept going and going and going. She eventually passed away from natural causes. Her life was fine the rest of the years. And then
She got to see her family too.
yes, everyone went back up, everyone reunited, the world was great again, everyone lived out their lives happily and to the fullest, and my stomach's growling. Anyways, and when they went, and then years and years and years passed, she had been dead for a while now, from, because of old age. No, from old age, and so and then somebody's child decided to swim in the ocean, and they found the chest and pulled the chest up above water, and they were curious as to what was going to be in it, and they saw pink specks in it. What?
What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna end up the story here.
Okay.
And they saw pink specks in it, and they were like, "What is this?" And they felt it, and it was all soggy, and they're like, "Let's let it dry." So they put it under some fans and heat lamps to let it dry. And when it dried, and eventually it dried, and they went back to go check, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's a tiny little baby. It's a baby pink. It's a fluffy pink baby." And they were like, "That's so cute. Let's take it out." So they take it out, and it starts burning them, and then it starts attacking the houses, and more insulation comes out and out and out, and
Dang it! I knew the story was gonna go here.
and
We're gonna take
the world goes into chaos. Or actually, hang on, we're gonna backtrack a bit. I'm gonna backtrack, change it up. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
So it starts burning them, and it starts coming out of the box, and the houses start to shake. To be continued. That would be such a good book!
That would.
You know what, if this gets enough likes, which it won't, so I don't have to do this, we'll make a story out of it. I'll write the
We're
story.
gonna make a kid's story out of it.
Yeah.
Or when we become YouTubers, we can go back to this video
Yeah.
and remember and make a
I'm good
story.
at writing stories, so I could make a chapter book out of this easily.
Boom. There. A chapter book. I was thinking more of like a 10, 12, 15 page storybook.
Wow. The amount of detail I gave, that was like a 20-minute story.
Okay.
Then I could have found 15 pages. Plus, I don't think a child would ever read the insulation monster. They're going to be scared of their walls.
Good point.
How long have we been going for? What's the time say?
43 minutes.
Oh, okay. We're going to end off the podcast here. Thank you all for listening to the podcast. Hope you enjoyed it.
We're very grateful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and
Subscribe, turn on notifications. It'll help us out a ton. It's completely free, and you can always unsubscribe for free later if you decide you don't want to listen to us anymore.
I hope you enjoyed.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.